I'm Damian Rosas. I'm from Buenos Aires, Argentina. I obtained my law degree from the University of Buenos Aires, and I worked for a couple of law firms until I accepted a position at Accenture, Argentina, where I worked as part of the legal department in a team that worked mostly in corporate matters. Throughout the years, I moved to different responsibilities, but I did mostly mergers and acquisitions, post-merger integration, and entity dissolutions after integration. I decided to come to BYU for the LLM program because I'm a BYU alumni from the Kennedy Center. I did my undergrad here at BYU and before my law degree in Argentina. And I always kept the fondest memories of my experience at BYU. And once the opportunity presented itself to come and do this program, I knew that it was the right thing to do. It was important that I could come and do this degree. As I mentioned before, great things come to people that come to BYU, and if I would come twice, then twice the amount of greater things will come. Opposite to the rest of my LLM class, I've had the chance to be with LLMs of other universities. Like I mentioned, in Tulane, I was an exchange student, but most of the activities we will do with the LLM, a group of Tulane. And so I was able to experience the two, because the exchange students, we will be treated as regular LLMs. Although it is great, the experience at Tulane, which is mostly focused on maritime law. The LLM experience at BYU, I think it's focused a lot on the teachings of the church, which you try to learn the law, but also make it fit within the teachings of the gospel. And that spirit is something that makes BYU different. People here are, of course, looking forward to getting an excellent legal education, which BYU offers, of course, but also you get a sense of, and you can see this at different classes and professors talk about this, but you can also combine it with spiritual learning, which I think is also very important because the law in itself is a very relevant part of the gospel as well. We're always taught in the scriptures about the law and about the meaning of the law and the law of God and the law of man. And BYU reminds you all the time of those two things. So I think that makes the BYU experience a lot more interesting and rewarding. My most memorable experience will be the same as some of the other LLMs, which was the involvement with the Center for Law and Religion Studies. And not only with the symposium, but also with other activities that the center has been involved with. I loved my experience during the symposium, for example. I was able to help with the transportation, the committee. So I got to meet a lot of the delegates in person as we were talking during, on the freeway, as I was taking them to or from the airport or to some of the activities. But I was also able to continue to be involved with the center and had the chance to go to Washington, D.C. for the IRF Summit and Videla conference. And that was a great experience in itself because I was able to work closely with the people in the center, which are great. Even as we help them, I can see they're also interested in our learning and our development as students. It's been just a wonderful experience, and I hope that I can continue my involvement with the center after I graduate. I know that it will benefit me more than I could probably tell you in an answer, because everything that's related to BYU has worked that way. When I graduated, I could not foresee all the great things that were going to happen in my life as a result of having completed that undergrad program. And I expect the same to happen after I finish this LLM program. But just as of now, I've had so many opportunities to meet people, go to networking events, be in different events with law firms, with professors, with just be in places that I would have not normally been able to be, like, were it not for this program at BYU. So I can say that I expect great things for the future, and which I cannot even imagine which they will be, but they will be awesome. I think that human dignity means all. Dignity is more important than money. It's more important than sometimes than even food. If a person has no dignity, it has nothing. I believe that human dignity must be protected. Everything is part of human dignity, being respectful of a person's place of origin, race, orientations, ways to think, including like having the opportunity of expressing themselves. Freedom of speech is a great part of human dignity. I believe that it's like one of the most important thing a person has.